So the game I'm playing today is called Q.U.B.E. This is a first-person puzzle game that involves manipulating blocks of various colors, each with their own unique abilities, in order to solve various challenges. And that's about all there is to it. This is already sounding very similar to the introduction I gave for Edge, but I will reiterate what I said in that video. It's not as dull as it may sound, although with this game in particular, I might have a bit more of a difficult time trying to convince you that it's not as dull as it seems, because this game doesn't have that many unique ideas that we haven't already seen in puzzle games before it. It's not a bad game by any means, but I will admit that it's definitely not the best puzzle game I've ever played, but it's not horrible either. So this was something that I actually wanted to do a video on for a pretty long time. I mentioned this game at least once in one of my really old videos. I think it was the video I did on a game called Monochrome back in 2013. I described that game as essentially being Portal meets Q.U.B.E, although looking back at it now, that's kind of a weak comparison, especially since Q.U.B.E itself has been heavily compared to Portal over the years. But I've wanted to do a video on this for quite some time, and I do realize that there is a sequel out now. There was a sequel to Q.U.B.E that came out sometime last year, and I am going to play that eventually, don't worry, but I've wanted to do a video on the original Q.U.B.E game for just such a long time now. Never got around to doing it. I wanted to finally change that. I know it's probably a little bit too late to do that now, because I've wanted to do a video on this since at least 2013, and, well, it's been 6 years since I initially decided I wanted to do a video on this game, but you know what they say, better late than never. Plus, since the Q.U.B.E series has become somewhat relevant again because of the fact that there is a new game out, I felt like it actually gave me a little bit more incentive to revisit the original, so I can show you guys where the Q.U.B.E franchise got its start, which is something that I always like to do before I dive into a sequel. So this game was released at the very end of 2011. It was only available exclusively on the Desura platform for about the first 3 weeks that it was available. It was later brought to Steam in early January of 2012. The game was not a massive commercial success from what I can remember. I think the lifetime sales of this game was about 200,000, and according to information I could find online, it sold about 12,000 of those copies within the first 4 days of its launch, which meant that in just a few days, the developers were already turning a profit on it. It was one of the first indie games to be officially funded by Indie Fund. Indie Fund you might have heard of if you follow any of the happenings within the indie gaming sphere. They're made up of a bunch of really well-known indie developers, including the devs behind World of Goo and even Jonathan Blow, who is the creator of Braid. I mentioned them here because Q.U.B.E was not just a huge achievement for the game's developers, Toxic Games, but it was also a huge win for Indie Fund as well, because this was the first commercial video game to be funded entirely by them. The entire budget of this game was about $90,000, I think, and to be honest, it kinda shows when you actually see the game. The game does run on Unreal Engine 3, so it definitely looks a lot nicer than a lot of the indie games that were coming out at the time. But I mean, Unreal Engine 3 games definitely look a lot dated now compared to today's standards. The game was successful enough to receive ports to other platforms. There was a director's cut released in 2014, which features an actual story, because Q.U.B.E doesn't really have that much of a story, or at least the original version didn't. The director's cut would eventually be ported to PlayStation 3, 4, Xbox One, Wii U, and even Android, oddly enough. I think the developers at one point also talked about potentially developing a handheld port for the PlayStation Vita, but that never came to fruition, as far as I know. Anyway, we are going to get started here, so we're gonna begin a new game. I have been playing this a little bit off screen, and the game is surprisingly short. I mean, I haven't beaten the entire game yet, but it seems to be pretty much the same length as the original Portal. Also, I do want to talk more about the director's cut version in particular, because I'm not playing that version of the game, just so you know. I am playing the very original release of Q.U.B.E, because 1, I don't care about the story, and 2, I wanted to show you guys Q.U.B.E in its purest form today, to show you where it really all began. I'll talk more about that later. For now, we are going to just begin a new game right away, and we are going to get started. Now, I might have actually disabled a few graphical settings here, but whatever, it's fine. Doesn't matter. I think the only thing that I disabled was ambient occlusion, because it just lagged the game a little bit. Like I said, my laptop's not the most powerful in the world. I mentioned that a few times before. So you're just kind of lying on the ground. You're wearing some nice looking gloves right here. These gloves are important for something, by the way. This is actually how we manipulate blocks later on. The gloves will allow us to do that. So we're just gonna get up here. We're in this pretty sterilized environment, kind of similar to Portal. It's just made out of white cubes. Everything's just made out of cubes in this game. And if you want to know what the game's title actually means, the game's title is short for Quick Understanding of Block Extrusion. That's what the Q.U.B.E stands for. So we can move around now, we can use the WASD keys. This is another one of those games where the arrow keys just don't work, period. So you're gonna have no choice. Well, you could probably remap them, but you can look with the mouse key. You can left click and right click in order to use your gloves, but for now we have nothing to use them on, so we're just going to continue. We're just going to continue onwards and upwards for now. So we're going to get here into the first sector. Okay, this door is just going to open. All the doors just open automatically. So we get introduced to the first block color here, which is red. Now, what's also a nice little touch right here is that when you aim your crosshair over the red blocks, the lights on your gloves will change color. So they change to red here, as you can see, and then you can just left-click in order to raise the red block upwards. So this is like the special ability of the red block itself. You can extend it outwards, and you can also make it contract as well. That's about the only thing you can do with it. You can still do this when you're standing on top of it too. You can only extend it outwards 3 times before, yeah, it stops having an effect on it. What we want to do for this one is to just contract it. We want to push it down so we can actually continue on here. What we're going to want to do for this particular segment right here is that we want to basically create some stairs with the red blocks, just like that. Just bring them outwards, then we can just jump on top of them, and we can continue on. Pretty simple stuff. So now we're going to get introduced to blue cubes. These ones essentially act as trampolines. So we push them downwards, and now they're basically locked and loaded. They're going to act as a spring. We can bounce on top of them. And when you bounce on a blue cube, as you can see, they will expand back outwards. So if you want to bounce on them again, yeah, you just push them back down. It's as simple as that. These ones can only be pushed in and pulled out only once. There's also these cubes that are on the side of the wall right here, so this will allow us to jump sideways. We have to do it again for this section right here. Just push these blocks in, then we'll get like a double bounce right here. There we go, very nice. And then we have to, yeah, we have to get all the way to that place over there. We gotta jump all the way over there, which we can use with this trampoline. So what we're gonna want to do here is that we're gonna want to bring this red block outwards. I'm gonna push this one in, and we're gonna bounce on top of it so we can actually land on the red block. We can use them as a platform. Now we get introduced to the yellow blocks. There is no narration in this game, by the way. This game is completely devoid of voice acting. The director's cut does have voice acting, however. You do have a narrator, kind of like guiding you through the facility right here. These yellow blocks, before I forget, because I am probably going to forget about this, they basically act as stairs. The way that they work is that when you try to pull one of them out, it actually pulls all 3 of them out at the same time. And the one that you choose to try pulling out, like for instance, if I try pulling out the rightmost one right here, as you can see, it will pull this one out the most. So I just push that back in. If I tried to pull the leftmost one out, yeah, the leftmost one becomes the tallest. And if I try to bring the middle one out, the middle one only gets pulled out by about 2 blocks, and the ones on the side only get pulled out by 1 block, and it kind of creates this oddly phallic shape that I'm not comfortable staring at, so let's just create some stairs here and just move on. So while I'm doing this, I might as well explain the story in the director's cut edition of this game. Also, I think I need to actually do this the other way. Yeah, just like that. So, if you're playing the director's cut version of this game, the story is that you are basically this person, this individual. I don't believe it tells you your gender in this game. Like, your gender is just an absolute mystery, as far as I know. But you have this woman talking to you called Commander Nowak, I think that's what her name is. And she's basically telling you that you're on this giant alien spaceship. That's what this facility is supposed to be. It's an alien spaceship that is apparently hurtling towards Earth and threatening to destroy it. And you don't actually know how you got here in the first place, because apparently your main character has amnesia, because that's totally an original plot point. But basically, you have to try and destroy the facility from the inside. You have to try and destroy it so that it doesn't kill the Earth and everyone on it. And there's also this subplot about this astronaut that starts sending messages towards you and trying to convince you that you're actually in some sort of, like, underground facility. You're not actually in space at all, and Nowak is lying to you. You're essentially being used as a lab rat, again, taking cues from Portal. But as it turns out, the information that this astronaut was relaying to you is completely false. It's an outright fabrication. And yeah, that's about the whole story. Eventually, you just escape from the facility and the entire facility explodes, and that's about it. Yeah, not really that much of a story even in the director's cut version. Just from that alone, you might be able to tell why I just decided to go with the original version of Q.U.B.E, because like I said, I don't give a damn about the story anyway. What do I gotta do here? I know I have to pull these out. Yeah, because this yellow cube right here is blocking the way, so I can only, like, pull it out like this. This might actually get me to the other platform anyway. Yeah, it definitely does. Okay, the other room, I should say. I was about to say I should argue. Okay, well, right here, there's supposed to be... I think there's supposed to be something that happens here, right? Yeah, the walls start closing in on you. So, the original release of Q.U.B.E was actually supposed to have, like, narration and a story, but it was removed at the last second. I believe the developers originally intended to have some sort of narration sequence at this point in the game when the walls are closing in on you like this, but they ultimately scrapped it, and originally they were gonna add more story elements through DLC. There was supposed to be DLC for this game that added more story elements, but I think the DLC eventually became the director's cut. As far as I know, the original release of Q.U.B.E was not ported to consoles. I could be wrong about that though. So this room right here was like one of the leftover remnants from when this game originally had narration. So this scene where the walls are closing in on you, it's supposed to like induce claustrophobia in the player. And yeah, there was some sort of narration thing right here, but it was taken out. It's probably in the director's cut though, I can only assume. And there is also like actual voice acting in the director's cut too. Whether or not it's good voice acting, I can't attest to, because, like I said, I never played the director's cut. I'll probably play it a little bit off screen, though, just to see what it's like. So, we have just beaten the first sector of Q.U.B.E, so this little square right here has completely lit up, and now we are going to be moving on to the second sector. So it looks like there's a total of 9 sectors right here, because there's 9 squares. Well, it's not quite what it seems, but I don't want to spoil it for you right now, so I'm not going to talk about it. So, these green cubes right here we get introduced to next, so you can't actually interact with these at all. Your gloves do absolutely nothing to them. So what you gotta do instead, well, for now, there's this giant reverse button right here, or this giant reset button that we can click on. And there we go. The cube will respawn at its initial point, so with these green lines right here, or this tile with these green lines on it, is where the cube will normally spawn at. That's like its starting point, essentially. So now what we have to do is that we have to push some cubes along using these blocks. And we have to use the green cube in order to get to higher platforms. So what we can do right here is that we can pull these out, and we're going to raise the green one upwards, or sorry, the red, well, I guess that's still technically correct. We're gonna raise the green cube upwards by pushing it onto this red platform, and then just pulling it out. Then we can use it as a stepping stone, and we can just get to the next room. This room right here, it's the same deal, except this time we have the blue blocks, and as you might have been able to guess right now, yes, we can bounce the green cube on the blue blocks. That definitely does work. Definitely does. Whatever, let's just roll with it for now then. Let's just roll with it for the time being. So I think what we want to do here is that we want to get it perched up on this red platform right here, so we have to bounce it up, and then while it's in midair, we have to pull the red platform outwards. And again, we'll be able to use this as a stepping stone, and... Or wait, will we be able to like this? Well, I think we'll be able to. Yeah, we can kind of just step on the side, or we can kind of just like stand on the very edge of the platform. I don't exactly know how that works. I feel like that's not intentional at all. Actually, there's a lot of things in this game that I feel are not intentional, including some of the solutions I found to some of these puzzles. This game didn't receive the best reception when it initially launched. As a matter of fact, I think the game's Metascore is only like 69 out of 100, at least for the original version. The main thing this game was criticized for was for being very similar to Portal, like structure-wise and design-wise, and I think the main issue that most critics had with it was that it just didn't have that many unique ideas. That's not to say it didn't bring some new and interesting ideas to the table, like using these gloves in order to manipulate objects, but I think the main reason this game was criticized was because it just wasn't that original. It was still kind of fun, but it just wasn't that unique from the other puzzle games of its time. And to be honest, I kind of agree with that. I mean, the game is still definitely interesting for what it is, but, I mean, I can't give this game, like, my highest regards, honestly, especially since the game is kind of buggy, especially the physics. The physics in this game are definitely wonky. They are not perfect. They are definitely not perfect in the slightest. Also, I think what I gotta do is that, push this down. Wait, push it. Wait, I'm clicking the wrong thing. Right click, push this down, and then push this outwards. There we go. You get on top just like that. Actually, I think that would have been better if I... Wait, actually, no. That's not necessary, because then I can just pull it back in. The cube will stay on it. Okay, no. That's fine. That is actually okay. And then I think what I want to do, I want to pull this back one last time. Can I pull this outwards again? Yeah. So, I want to put it on the yellow stairs right here, lift it up just like that, and then I can use it as a platform. I'm gonna pull this thing back out, then I'm gonna bring it back in. There we go. Step on it, just like that. Yeah, the physics can get a little bit weird at times, and I would like to demonstrate that, hopefully, in some of the later levels. But now we are introduced to the concept of balls. So we have this ball that will roll along this course right here if we press the giant green button. So what we gotta do first is that we're actually going to try and set up the course, because if we don't, then, well, the ball's gonna get trapped. We have to essentially baby-proof the entire course right here. We have to pull these ones out. We gotta pull the stairs out from the side. There we go. That doesn't fall in. This obstacle right here, we're gonna have to pull out in real time as it's rolling around, from what I can remember. I think we can also potentially create some platforms right here, I think. And we just bring this out for a moment. I think we want to bring it out like this, actually. Yeah, we do. We definitely do. There we go. That'll create a bridge, a partial bridge. And then we're gonna want to push the blue block in so that it can launch off of the block and into the green glass right there. And this glass right here, we can actually step on ourselves. We can't fall into it, but because the ball is green, it can fall into it. We're also going to get introduced to the concept of colored glass later on, and also the concept of changing the ball into different colors and even combining colors. So we're just going to enable this right now. We're just going to watch it roll. Now I have to push it along right now. I think I might have actually screwed this up already. Yeah, you can interact with the ball, which is odd. You just kind of fall through it. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of that. There's like no collision with the ball whatsoever, and I don't like it. Okay, here. We're gonna have to push this along. I think we have to push it along once it starts rolling. Yeah, just like that. Oh god. I pushed it a little bit too hard. Wait. We can activate it from all the way over here. We don't have to walk back. That's one of the great things about having these gloves. You can actually enable switches from a fair amount of distance away. So, this is fine. This is okay. Oh god, wait. Is it... Okay, that still works somehow. There we go. You got into the glass, it's gone, and it opens up the doors over here. It opens up the gateway to the next level. Or the next sector, actually, because that's it for the second sector. So we're just gonna light that up. If you want to know how many sectors there actually are in this game, there's only 7. There's not 9. The last few sectors are actually fairly long, but again, we'll get to that later. We will get to that sooner or later, if we even have the time. So now that we're here in Sector 3, we're gonna get introduced to the concept of moving walls. So these purple switches will allow you to reorient the walls. We're gonna have to do something with this red platform right here, because it can't be upside down. So this is going to rotate it counterclockwise, and this one will rotate it clockwise if we hit the left switch. So just push this over here. Actually, I think what I want to do, I want to be on the platform while I am making this rotate, because then I want to jump like this, so now I'm on the side, and then I can just jump up to this platform right here and just move on with my life. That's about it. Right, so this one right here, I just want to bring this out. This is not going to get me enough distance, though, in order to actually get to the red beam. So instead, what I want to do is that I want to rotate it. I want to rotate it so that I bring it closer to me, And now I think I can actually jump on it, just like this. There we go. And I can rotate it back into its previous position, and I can jump off, and I can just move along. Yeah, the puzzles definitely start out very simple at first, but they get a lot harder later on, especially when it starts throwing even more mechanics into your face and then combining all of them. We do get introduced to the concept of magnets and how they work. Eventually, I think we get introduced to that in the 5th sector sometime, like halfway through it. I would like to try playing the game at least up to that point, because I would like to show off how the magnets work. What we're going to want to do here, so we're going to want to bring this closer to us. Yeah, we're going to have to make some stairs in the meantime. As for this red platform, I'm going to bring it out. There we go, just pull it out, and then I'm gonna have to rotate it. There, and now I think I just want to jump on that so we can get to this. But this is not going to provide us with enough height in order to actually jump up to this surface and move on. So what we're gonna want to do now is that we're going to want to push this back in, because we're going to have to use the trampoline again for something. And then I think it's just a matter of rotating to the trampoline and then just contracting the platform so that we fall onto the trampoline and it'll bounce us all the way over to that door over there. Hopefully that works. Yes, indeed it does. I'm kind of ashamed to admit that I spent at least a good 10 minutes on that puzzle when I first encountered it. So then the walls are going to start shifting right here, so you're not going to go over that way. You're going to go over to the west instead. And we're gonna go and do another one of those green block puzzles. That looks a little bit off-center. Let me fix that real quick. So the first order of business is that I'm gonna just pull this out, because this will be important for something. We want to get the green block up onto this red platform. I think what I want to do first is that I want to push this out. Push it to the left, I think. You can also crush this block as well, by the way. And when you crush it, it will automatically reset. I don't think in this situation you can do that, though. So now that the block is situated over there, we can just contract that one, pull the stairs up. There we go. Just kind of bounces. I at least like that it has sound effects whenever it hits a solid surface. We're gonna have to get this block up onto this cube, and then we're gonna have to push it at least once to get it onto this platform. Then we're gonna have to contract it so that we can, again, use it as a stepping stone and get up here. But I'm trying to remember how exactly I did that. I know I can use these as well, and I might have to. Yeah, just raise it once. Oh wait, no, that's not gonna work. Aha, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I have to pull the ones on the sides out. Use those as platforms. There we go. Now we can push it. Now we can push it onto that block. Then bring the other one out. There we go. Then we just contract this one, and hopefully it doesn't slip off, because I'm always afraid it'll do just that. Yeah, there we go. Now we're just gonna move on. Just gonna move on from that. I think I'm coming up to this one puzzle that I honestly just hate with a passion. Yeah, because now we have the moving walls, and there are no actual purple blocks that you encounter at any point. The moving walls are like color-coded purple, so I think what we gotta do, just move this along. We're gonna have to push this onto the moving wall, and this is the part that I'm going to hate, so just put that back in, because we're not gonna need those anymore. And then I think what we want to do, yeah, we want to bring this out. And then we actually, no, I do already remember how to do this, because I think we want to rotate this somehow. Yeah, we definitely do. And I think what I actually want to do is turn it like this, I think. Yes, and then just jump on it, because I'm going to stay on it. Yeah, it's actually very simple. Because again, I didn't realize that you just push it to the left, and then you take the red platform outward so that it stays in position, and it doesn't like wander off anywhere. Because I spent like a total of 15 minutes just making the green cube tumble around like it was in a washing machine. But as it turns out, I was just overthinking it like I do with every single puzzle game. Okay, here's what I mean by the wonky physics. As you can see, this cube is floating. It shouldn't be floating. It's not floating anymore, so I fixed that anomaly. Yeah, the green cubes do not react to corners very well, and it's bizarre. It's odd. Again, you can kind of tell that this game was made on a budget. So now we're just gonna walk down this long corridor. Unfortunately, there is no button to sprint in this game. You can't sprint at all. Shift key does nothing. Control does nothing. I don't see why you would want to crouch in this game anyway. Yeah, and unfortunately, you do walk pretty slow in this game, so I kind of wish there was like a sprint button. Unfortunately, there isn't, but we're gonna have another one of these ball rolling puzzles. Again, we would like to push the green ball through the green glass. That will open up the door. It'll open up the next sequence of the puzzle. So we're gonna wanna push that into the trampoline, of course, and, you know, just pull that one out just to make sure that it doesn't bounce the other way. like it doesn't bounce over it. That's all good, and now we're gonna need to rotate the walls, because now the green glass is elevated, but I think we can do that by possibly doing this. Well, I mean, it stays there, so that's at least good, but I'm not sure what this is actually going to do. Yeah, we want to elevate it up to that platform. So I think it might do us some good to not do what I just did right there. Okay, I'm not sure why that suddenly caused it to start rolling. Well, actually, this might have worked already. This might have already worked. Yeah, so then I just rotate it like this, and then I elevate it, and it should roll in, right? There we go. That's about as simple as it can get. Okay, then I think this one... This is not the final one. I think there is another one after this. There's another section, but now we have the stairs that we need to pull out. And there's also the bounce pad as well. Or at least I like to call it a bounce pad. Okay, yeah, we can just move it out like that instead. We don't need to do it the other way. Kind of getting like an idea for this here, actually. Yeah, just put it down like that. Okay, but just wait a moment. This is not exactly ideal. This is not quite ideal. Because we're gonna need that blue one for something. So then where are we gonna push this then? I already don't remember how I solved this one. Oh, wait, I see. Wait, I just saw the error I made. Because I have to bounce it off the side. I noticed the mistake I made. Because I have to pull all these out like actual stairs. And then I have to, like, bounce it off the side like this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yes. So, I mean, the middle one still had to be, like halfway. I just wasn't getting the exact correct idea. Okay, so I believe this is the final section of the ball rolling puzzle, and I think this is like the final puzzle of Sector 3. So once we're done with this bullcrap, then we'll be done with the third sector. Oh god, I already don't remember how this one works. But I do know that it does involve these stupid stairs again. The ball rolling puzzles in Sector 4 are definitely a lot better than this one. Just keep on rolling it. Just keep on rolling it in the meantime. We can then elevate it, so I think this is like the idea right here. It's not quite the execution that we want, though. So the question is, what is the exact execution that we would like to see from this? Actually, it could very well be what I just did right here. Okay, I don't know how it bounced off the corner like that. I'm almost certain that is not how physics works. See, and you also need to realize right here that the course is actually slanted, so it's going downwards. So obviously that's going to affect the gravity of the ball as well. Not only are you rotating the walls, but the ground's also slanted, and yeah, this is the worst puzzle ever. This is the worst puzzle in the history of video games. Here, maybe it's got something to do with this. Because I pushed it down the other way. Alright, here we go. Here we go. This should be good. This should be good. Don't you freaking fall off. Oh my god, okay. That got me, like, so nervous when I saw it bounce. There. There we go. There we are. I actually figured out what I was doing wrong. So that's it for the third sector. That's it for the third one. Now we're getting moved on to the fourth sector, which I think is just entirely comprised of ball rolling puzzles. Then once we get into the fifth sector is when things are going to start getting really interesting, because there's a little bit of a twist that comes into play. So what we want to do now is that we're going to want to get the ball inside all of these colored holes right here. So we want to get it inside the red, the blue, and the yellow. These ghost cubes right here are going to change the color of the ball. So what we'd like to try doing first is see if I can get it into the red one right now. Yeah, it's currently white. Yeah, there we go. Just roll it. And then it just goes down into the red one. This one's going to close. That's going to open the first set of doors right there. There's 3 of them that we need to open. What we're going to want to do now is that we're going to want to bounce it over the red cube so it can go into the blue glass. So we're just going to make it bounce just like that. Definitely get some height. We're not going to take out the stairs just yet. There we go. Because we want to open the blue door. There we go. And now, last but not least, we're going to want to take this out, and we are going to have to pull these stairs out in real time because we want to launch it over the blue cube. So we can just activate it right now, and we're just going to wait. Just wait until it rolls down over here, and we have to time it. When it gets into my field of view, there we go. Very nice indeed. It's not exactly how I wanted it to go. I was expecting it to get a little more height, but it still works either way, so we can just continue on. That's a pretty simple one. But the next, well actually no, I don't think it's the next puzzle, but one of the puzzles here in Sector 4 is going to require us to actually combine colors. So these do get more complex. That one was just child's play, but the next few They're gonna get a little bit more complicated. Not this one, though. I think it might be the puzzle after this one, if I'm not mistaken. So we have the rotating walls yet again. We're gonna need those in order to alter the trajectory of the ball so that it rolls into these cubes. They're all situated on the side now. So if the ball just rolls straight ahead, it's going to land in absolutely nothing. So we're gonna try rotating it like this first. Yeah, there we go. Wait, that's probably gonna bounce off and go into the other one. Okay, well that might actually be okay. Yeah, okay, it's blue. Somehow it didn't actually go into the yellow one. I thought it would, but there we go. We at least got the blue one down and out. Very nice. So you just use this blue block on the side right here. Then what we want to do is rotate it like, I think this way? That's, okay, well that's gonna put in the blue one again. Okay, well I guess that's another way we could have gotten it into the blue, so... This is like one of those multiple solution puzzles, but it's not quite what I wanted to do. I want to try getting it into the red now. So I think what I'm gonna want to do... Okay, that actually does somehow work, but wait, I need to actually move it again, so that it goes into the red glass. There we go. The red container, whatever you want to call it. Very nice indeed. Now we just need to get into the yellow one. So I think the way that we want to color it yellow is by moving this over here, and we want to have this block pushed in so that way it'll bounce over the blue, because we don't need the blue anymore. Roll into the yellow, and then we want to make it move towards the yellow container by, yeah, hitting the right one. Yeah, hitting the right switch, because I always get confused about where exactly it's going to rotate. I think that will take it to the yellow container, so let's try this out, possibly. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get this realigned, and then, yeah, I'm gonna rotate it to the left so that it actually goes in there. Okay, left. Very good. It's gonna bounce over that. And then go to the right. There we go, very nice. So you definitely need these like, the timing. You need the timing, for sure. Because with some of these puzzles, you have to kind of, like, execute them in real time. It's not just a matter of, like, setting up everything for, like, just one sequence. Sometimes you have to, like, set up the sequence as you're solving the puzzle, so it can get complicated then. This room right here is very simple and straightforward. Again, it's just more trampolines right here that we have to bounce across. Somehow I didn't bounce across that one. Oh god, momentum here. There we go. Get that momentum. These things are basically like the bounce pads from Portal. That's essentially what they are. I mean, come on, the comparison there is like brutally obvious. So obvious it's almost obscene. Right, so this puzzle we're gonna have to start combining colors because now we have green, purple, and orange. So to create green, we're gonna need to combine with, I think blue and yellow, if I remember correctly. Purple will require red and blue, and orange, I think orange requires red and yellow. And this one is a lot more minimalistic because as you can see, we don't have that many blocks that we can pull out. We do have the stairs again, which we're gonna have to use to push the block around, and also this red one. This one might be a little bit simpler, but we'll see if I actually remember how to solve it. Where is the ball? Okay, there it is. There we are. There we are, boys. And then I think, yeah, I'm gonna want to push you. And that should create purple. Yeah, there we go. It creates a purple ball. You can also combine all three colors. You can combine red, blue, and yellow to create like a weird brown color, which as far as I know has no use at any point in the entire game. But it's something you can do. It's an interesting little mechanic. So now we got purple down. I think we're gonna try and get to the green. It's gonna have to go on the left side. Let me just try this out here. I'm getting confused again. Okay, there. Yellow. And then I think we're gonna need to use the stairs in order to... Well, actually, I think we're gonna create orange here. Okay, well that wasn't quite what I had bargained for. I timed that a little bit late. I think that was the problem. Okay, wait. Do it again. Do it again. Bring it over here. Okay. Because it takes a while for the one in the bottom to, like, get pulled out. So I have to, like, do this. There we go. That works. That worked a lot better that time. Okay, whatever. That's the orange. Now we can go for green. Green is gonna require yellow and blue. Let me just think about this here. Okay, yeah. Shift it to the left. Okay, I'm gonna rotate this one again just to make absolutely sure that I'm doing this correctly. Okay, this one I'm gonna shift to the right when it gets to that point. And then the last one here, I don't think I'm gonna really need the red block for anything. So, again, I think this will just be a matter of shifting to the left. Left, right, and left, and then I think that should be good. And just line up all the symbols right here just so that I have an easier time figuring out what the hell I'm even doing. Let's do it then. Left. I don't know why I said red. Okay. Right. Good. And finally, left. Yep, there we go. And don't pull out the stairs. Whatever I do. Very nice indeed. I'm not sure if there are any more of these, like, color combining puzzles later on, because like, I haven't played this game that much, admittedly. But I mean, there's not that much to see in this game anyway. I mean, we're already on the 4th sector, and like I said, there's only 7 sectors, so we're already like halfway through the game. But the 5th sector is when things start taking a turn, as you are about to see, because we have this elevator right here that's going to take us down to a lower section of the facility. And everything is going to get incredibly dark. And our gloves right here are going to start lighting up, so at least we'll still be able to sort of see. So now we're at the very bottom section, and yeah, it's almost pitch black in here, but there are some little squares on the ground that are kind of lighting our way. We have to, yeah, we have to step on them, just like that. And they're just kind of changing, just kind of changing colors. I mean, there's not really a whole lot to say about them. So, the blocks are lit up now, so you can at least still see where you are. Having the bloom enabled definitely helps you here. Again, we just have to push ourselves upwards with these blocks. We got the yellow blocks right here. We just use them as stairs again, like we did before. We're gonna get introduced to the blue blocks at some point. I'm not sure if it's this right here. Okay, so this is a new mechanic. So we have these switches that we can enable in order to see different colored blocks. We have red, blue, and yellow. So all of the blocks do still exist, even if you can't see them. So I can just enable this one. I think I'm going to try and pull this one out in the meantime, because you can still kind of see their outlines. And I think, yeah, I'll take these stairs out. So I know that the trampoline's right there, so I think what I gotta do is that I just gotta get on to the red platform. Gotta just disable this so I can see the stairs, just to get a better idea as to where the stairs are. That's a pretty simple one, but then it's gonna start introducing the other colors. The green blocks are gonna come back, as are the rotating walls. In fact, they're gonna come back right now. We have red, yellow, and green. So we are going to attempt to push this out. I think we need to only take this out twice. Then we gotta stop. Then we gotta bring this up. And then I think after that we can just use it as a platform. Yeah, we can. Again, we can just, like, stand on the side. I don't know how that works. It's like sneaking. Kind of like the sneaking mechanics in Minecraft that allows you to, like, stand on the very corners of blocks. Like, stand on the very edges. Alright, here's the rotating walls, and this is where it just gets all sorts of convoluted. So what's weird is that even though the switches should still be there, you actually can't interact with them unless you're lighting them up, so you can't even rotate the walls at all unless you specifically have them enabled, and you can only have one of these lights enabled at any given time. So I can only have the yellow ones enabled at a time, then I have to switch to the blue ones. I'm gonna bring this out in the meantime. This red wall I'm going to take out as well. Gonna have to rotate that somehow. Yeah, I'm gonna rotate it like this, I think, just to reorient it. You know what, I am actually gonna try and do this now. Go this way. Wait, am I standing on it? I don't know where I am. Okay, yeah, I am standing on it, but I did that incorrectly. I had to go the other way. See, this does get kind of annoying after a while, though, because you have to, like, enable the lights one at a time just to see where exactly you are. Actually, that won't even be necessary because I am at the trampoline. Okay, well, in that case, just go. Damn it. Look, you can see I can still take that down, even when I don't see it, or even when I can't see it. Yeah, it does still in fact exist. I can still interact with the red blocks, but I can't interact with, like, the purple switches. Also, if I can jump on this freaking trampoline, that would be great. Thank you. Am I on it? Yes, I definitely am. Okay, we can get out of here. We can get out of this absolute nightmare. We also have ball rolling puzzles down in this, godforsaken place as well. In fact, we might get introduced to them right now. No, we just have to, put the cube in the correct position. That's what that flashing one is. This puzzle, on the other hand, is actually kind of interesting because it basically takes place in, like, a tiny arena. So, bring this out. We're gonna have to make the, yeah, we're gonna have to make the stairs move the block now. Push the stairs back in for the time being. Lift this up once, and then bring the stairs back out, and hopefully I'm hitting the right one. Actually, I don't think that's even what I'm supposed to do, because it pushes it too far. Okay, do you guys want another example of the weird physics? Yeah, this thing is clearly holding onto the edge right here, and it really should be falling off, but somehow it's not. Oh right, there's this other one on the side right here that I completely forgot about. Okay, well, I know for a fact that you just lower it onto that one. Yeah, because that somehow works, and then you just put it in place. There you go. You get the chime, and then the door comes down, and then you just move along. I really don't like that puzzle. I keep forgetting that there is another, like, red block on the side. This elevator will take you up. Then you have all 5 things, all at a time, and I hate it. Also, you might notice that you can actually sort of combine the colors on the LED lights, I guess, on your gloves. That's also a nice little touch. Not useful in the slightest, though. I'm gonna have to take this one out and use it as a platform. And I think I already know where this one goes. I think it goes over this way, I believe. Yes, I'm gonna have to set it up right there. These stairs are going to be useful because I'm going to bounce off this block right here. It's gonna launch me into the side of the stairs and I'm going to fall, but because I have the red platform perched right there, I'm just going to end up landing on that and then I can move on. This block right here, I think that block I just use as a stepping stone. I don't think I have to push that into position for any reason. I do need to rotate the blue block into position though. I think I need to like do that one more time because I still don't think I have it set up correctly. There. I should have this set up correctly now because then I can just use the green block to like jump on top. There. And then I can get onto the blue trampoline. And this should hopefully work, which it definitely did. I just want to make sure where I am. Yeah, there. Yep, so I just hit the stairs. I land on the red platform. That's about it for that. That's a pretty simple and straightforward one. We're still not done yet, though, because now we have the block rolling puzzles, and this is just... oh boy. I'm pretty sure I discovered a cheese tactic for, like, the final section of this. This is another one where we have, like, multiple sections. There is no reset button either. The ball is always green. What you're gonna want to do is push it around using these platforms. This is actually pretty straightforward stuff at first. There we go. Just raise it up, and that's it for the first section. Everything just resets when you complete it. You can still reset the ball by pressing the play button, and that's actually kind of where I discovered the potential cheese tactic, because I don't know, again, I don't know if it's like intended behavior or not. It probably isn't. Bring the stairs out to just push the ball back. Very nice indeed. And then just, yeah, I think I'm actually going to keep the stairs activated. So yes, just rise it up on a pedestal so it can move on. It can proceed with its life. This ball over here... wait, is there actually something in front of this? Yeah, I think it is. I think that's the trampoline. So I'm probably gonna have to push this out anyway. Oh god. These stairs... I have to do this with the stairs, I think. Okay, yeah, I just remember what I have to do. I have to push this back in, because I'm gonna have to, like, move it over. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move it over and then make it bounce. Pull this out. There we go. Now it's locked in place, and then you just push it again. And it should bounce on top. Yep, just like that. I always get scared, though, because that bounce is, like, so frigging high. So this is where I discovered the cheese tactic. Now, normally, you have all these platforms, these 2 platforms right here, the red ones. You got the yellow stairs, you got the green ball, you got the rotating walls as well. Now, I think normally what you're supposed to do is use these stairs as some sort of stepping stone, along with using the red platforms as pedestals. But what I discovered... and I'm not even sure if this is intentional, because I'm very certain it's not. Let me just rotate the walls, because I would rather not waste too much time on this level anyway, because frankly I am not a huge fan of this level in the first place, but I think what you gotta do... actually, I might need to rotate this again one more time just to get everything set up. Where is the ball? Okay, yeah, the ball just kind of rolls off, though. Okay, well actually, hang on a second. Never mind, I already figured it out. Okay, well, the potential cheese tactic I discovered was that I also reset the ball using this button right here, and it just kind of rolled... wait, where did all these other colors come from? I reset the ball, and it just rolled onto the red platform, because I guess it was already set up, and then I just raised it up and it went in and that was the end of that? Okay, maybe that actually wasn't as difficult as I originally thought it was. Okay, fine, never mind. I'm a dumbass. I fully accept the fact that I am a dumbass. Okay, just pull that in. Once again, I'm gonna have to use these stairs, just push this out, bring it around town, and then just bounce on that. Get out of here, get out of this absolute hellhole. And that is not the end of the sector, because now we're inside this giant room, and this other door comes down. This is not the end of the 5th sector, by the way. We're only just starting, boys and girls. So you just have this long corridor that you walk down. Yeah, you can't sprint down it, unfortunately, because that just ain't possible. By the way, I don't believe there is any fall damage in this game, so you are just kind of like Chell from Portal. I guess you got like the leg braces and everything. That way your legs never get broken. So finally we're getting introduced to the concept of magnets. So you hit the magnet switches, and as you can see, you can make the block move around. The block gets attracted to the magnet. What we want to do is that we want to position it into those laser beams so that the white beam of light right here can get reflected through the cube. It turns the beam green, and it activates that little switch up there in order to bring the door down. That's pretty much how the magnets work in this game. So we can also demonstrate it once again here. I will just bring this out in the meantime. So just push this along. I actually can't see the cube right here, which is kind of a problem. Okay, just... You know what, that'll probably still work. That'll probably still work anyway. So we just want to bring it out like that. Now it's interesting, and again, I don't know if this is a bug or not. Yeah, it just kind of floats. When you have the cube placed on an elevated surface like that, and then you enable the magnet, it just causes the cube to float towards the wall, and it just sticks there too. I really have no idea if it's intentional, maybe it is, but we just push this in here. There we go. Bring the door down. And then it is okay if you then move the cube out of the laser beam, because the door will remain open, so you don't need to worry about that. Basically, you just wait a few seconds for the switch to activate, and then the door will permanently remain open, so then you can just move the cube around wherever you want. I'm gonna have to move it here anyway, because I'm gonna have to... Oh wait, that actually doesn't provide me with enough height. Okay, well, I have an idea, boys and girls. I have an idea. That's not quite the idea I was going for. Okay, why is that lowering it? Wait, what in the world? Oh my god, physics, please. Okay, wait, better idea, better idea. Raise this up while I'm on top of the cube, and then we can just travel along. Yes, we can still stand on the cube like this, take us up to higher platforms, and oh, okay, the door just shut, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, well this magnet right here, yeah, you can actually raise the cube upwards. Raise it up to the ceiling, and then you deactivate it, it'll come crashing back down to Earth. So what we want to do here is that we want to get it onto this other platform. Again, the corners. Bring this platform out, and we're gonna want to push the cube while the magnet is enabled, so like this. Gonna have to get it to the other side, or we can just get it stuck like that. Let's try that again. Push the cube over to that side. Actually, I still kind of messed that up because I forgot. You can't have the... Yeah. Just push it out now. There we go. So that way it actually has a place to fall. Good. Push it in. Very nice. There. So that entire cube needs to, like, expand, and then you can finally go through the door. Even when the cube is not inside the laser beam, it'll remain open. It's fine. So now all I think we want to do is that we just want to ride the cube upwards again. And we're gonna want to... Oh god. Oh god, wait. I think in the meantime, just get this. I think I'm actually gonna fall back down over here for just a minute. So I'm not sure if I can actually get crushed that way. Oh wait, I'm not even gonna be able to like jump up there though now. Okay, fine then. I guess I'm gonna have to move the cube the other way then. I will admit, these puzzles can get a bit tedious at times, but just move it. Oh my god, dude. Okay, well, I don't even know what that bounce was, but you know what? It still works. It works. It'll at least get me to my destination. There. I just want to ride it up. There. Ride it up. Ride the elevator. Ride this, like, this like, pre-made elevator. Or this homemade elevator, I should say. Alright, so now we are coming up to... this puzzle, I believe. Okay, yeah, this puzzle is just so frigging weird. Well, I mean, the concept itself is pretty simple, okay? So you just push these cubes over here. You're just going to just have them make love in the corner. So then you want to stop that. And then you want to pull them back. And then I think you want to at least block one of them. I think you want to, like, block... Oh, God, what am I doing? Wait a minute. I want this one to stop. Okay, wait. I don't think I'm doing this correctly. I don't have the right idea at all. Okay, wait. I'm gonna pull them to the left in this case, because I'm gonna have to now, because I just screwed this up royally already. There we go. Okay, this might actually be a little bit better. So just raise the other one, and then we can actually move them over here, because we kind of have to, like, sync them up, in a way. So I think... we just do this. Is that good? Yeah, they're a little bit off-center, but you know what? I think it will still work. So, we just bring them up here, because we have to activate both of the lasers at the same time. Okay, yeah. It's like hitting the corner, but it does still cause the door to open. So now what we gotta do is that we have to somehow ride both of these cubes at the same time, pretty much. I think, like, the consensus here is that we have to, like, stack them on top of each other and then use that as a platform to get up there. Because normally, if we just bring this all the way up here and then use the magnet, that's not actually going to give us enough height to jump up there. So I think what we gotta do, instead, is that we really gotta break the laws of physics, boys and girls. Actually, this does get a little bit of a bounce, so maybe if I can, like, somehow activate the switch at, the height of the bounce. I don't know, this is kind of how you're supposed to do this. So, normally, you get up to here, but as you can see, you don't have the height. So you kind of have to, like, yeah, get them to, like, stack on top of one another. Because, again, the physics do, like, this weird thing where sometimes the cube will try to overtake the other, and it's really bizarre, but that's like the one way I discovered how to get through this damn door right here, this damn entrance. Is this actually gonna work? Oh my god, this somehow worked. Wait, it's kind of like rotating. Is this gonna give me enough height? Oh, it definitely will. Yeah, there we go. Like something like that. I guess you have to, like, bring the red platforms outwards while you're moving along. You have to ride on top of them, but I don't know, it's weird, man. It's really weird. So then you have this section right here. Normally you get an achievement at this point for completing all the magnet levels, despite the fact that that wasn't the last magnet level. This could potentially be the last one right here. I don't know if this leads into, like, the end of Sector 5. I played the game all the way up to this point. This was when I stopped, because I just couldn't take it anymore. It was mainly the last magnet puzzle that completely broke me, because I couldn't figure out how to get through the frigging doorway. Have to make things so complicated. But I guess I could try to figure out what this puzzle is all about. Oh god. Wait, so this is gonna move to the right. So, what is it gonna do if it's, like, on the ground? Well, that's not gonna be useful in the slightest, because it's not even gonna move then. And this can go to the left. Okay. So that means this will be brought upwards. Yeah, it will. Oh yeah, there's also this thing on top, which I might need as well. Okay, that's not part of the moving wall though. So that might be okay, because it seems like I can move you over here. Oh my god, why are you vibrating? Jesus Christ, these physics, dude. My god. And I do know what exact physics engine this game uses. I believe this game utilizes NVIDIA physics. Or PhysX, as it's called. My god, NVIDIA, you created a pretty buggy physics engine here, if I do say so myself. So I guess what I gotta do now is just raise you up, right? Yeah, but I'm gonna have to, like... Oh god. Wait, I see something here that I could potentially do. Ah! Oh, but wait, I'm gonna have to, like... Oh, wait, no, I see what I can do. Bring this out. No, that's not gonna bring it out far enough, though. So how exactly, how exactly, just how exactly? Maybe I still need to do something with the other cube, then. Maybe I have to do this? Wait, maybe I have to, like, maybe this is another one of those things where I have to balance it on the edge. Let me try that out. Like this, maybe? That's probably not gonna work at all, but it's worth a shot. Here, just let me try it. Let me try it out. Oh, wait, no, that's not even gonna get enough height, actually. Okay, well, hang on a sec. Whoa, wait, that just moved it more to the right. Okay, well, then I can do this. But now it's too high. So, what if I were to do this instead? Wait, I'm kinda getting, like, an idea here. Okay, this is not gonna be enough height, though. That's the issue. And actually, that's not gonna work either way, because this is clearly gonna have to be, like this. This will definitely have to be activated in order for this to even get into the laser. Oh yeah, I can move this in real time, actually. Hang on a second. Wait a minute. Go back over the other way, boys. Okay, wait, I figured it out. So, I have to move the magnet to the right side, because I have to stick it to the side right here, because that's the only way it's going to activate the second laser. I got it now. Let's see if I can put it into practice. Oh god, I'm already messing it up. There we go. Does that work? Okay, yes, it does, but just wait, I have to push the green block down. It was kind of glitching out there for a moment, but there we go. There we go. Very good indeed. Yeah, because there was no way I had to, like, hang it off from the side, because it's like, either too low or too high, so it has to go on the side. Alright, well, there we go. Broke physics for the day. And yeah, that is actually it for the 5th sector, so we're done with that. And that's actually, okay, it didn't light up, it actually blacked out, so we're going down even further. Oh god, what is happening right now? Oh boy. Oh god! The elevator is emitting sparks. Oh my god, the elevator's falling. Okay, well, I guess we're dead now. Well, this might be good then, because I was planning on ending the video off either way. Well... There we go. We're dead. Sector 5 complete. Is the glove still working? Are we back online? Yeah. Seems like it. And we just fall further into this abyss. This confusing labyrinth of this alien spaceship. And like I said, the story is really... Who the hell are you? Wait a minute. Hello? What are you? I didn't realize you were in the game. Okay, bye. Was that Wheatley? I think that was Wheatley, guys. Okay, wait. What is going on here? What? Okay, I got stuck there for a moment. Could you, like, stop? Oh my god, there's more of them. There's multiple Wheatleys. Oh, Jesus. What is happening right now? Just let me on through, please. Why is it rolling? Oh, God. Are there, like, actual ropes I have to attach myself to? Okay, well, I just missed the rope. Oh, wait. The block. Or just, like, this, like, red stuff right here. Can I do anything with it? No, it doesn't seem like I can. Okay, wait a minute, because now I'm starting to get really intrigued by this. How do I grab onto ropes? The E key? No? How do I do this? Oh, wait. I didn't realize there was a red block up here. Ah, there we go. Oh, wait, do I have to move the rope into the red stuff? Ah. Oh, to reactivate it. Okay, I see. You can't actually do anything with the rope. The rope doesn't hurt me, does it? No, it doesn't. Okay, good. Oh, but that one's broken, though. Rest in peace. Rest in pieces. Okay, then we go down even further. Is this one gonna just break apart as well? No, this one's going softly. Alright. Well, the rope physics are kind of okay, I guess. Still seem to be a little bit wonky. Oh my god. Okay, I thought that one was gonna break for sure. Okay, so it seems to, like, introduce me to a new concept here. I have to, like, push the colored ropes into, like, the broken blocks or something in order to repair them. Okay, I have to, like, restore power to them? Yeah, and they don't hurt me normally. Yeah, and I noticed that there's a blue one down over here, so I have to probably do something with that rope too. So it just seems like I have to push the ropes around. Okay, that one's on like a pulley as well. Okay, well, I'm actually kind of intrigued now because the game just changed even more, and now we have like ropes. Now we're getting introduced to rope mechanics, and I guess the ropes are what you use in order to reactivate some of the broken platforms. That's interesting and all, and as much as I would actually like to continue playing the game because I am pretty intrigued now, I'm going to stop here because that's all the time I have to record. But there's still some interesting ideas on display here, like you have the gloves that you can use to pull blocks out from surfaces. Of course, the ball rolling puzzles where you can change the color and you can even combine colors, which I really wish there was more of, but I will admit that those puzzles can be a bit tedious at times. I think overall that is kind of the problem with this game. There's too much tedium that revolves around these puzzles. Most of the time, they just feel like more of a chore than they actually are, like, fun to solve. And usually I'm fine with these kinds of puzzle games having, like, no overarching narrative, but I mean, I feel like with this kind of game, it doesn't help that there's barely any story, because now it's just throwing all of these random events at you, like you just fall further into this alien facility. You got these robotic spheres wandering around that kind of look similar to Wheatley from Portal 2. Like, what exactly is their purpose? Why are they here? It probably explains that to you in better detail in the director's cut, but I don't know, man. I guess in this instance it would actually kind of help if the game explained to me what the hell was going on, and in that case maybe I should have just played the director's cut, but like I said, I wanted to show you guys Q.U.B.E in its purest form today, to show you where the series really began, show you its humble beginnings, and since the director's cut came out like 3 years after this, I figured it would only make sense to show you where Q.U.B.E really started. No voice acting, no story, just pretty much pure gameplay. I mean, the fact that it's now introducing us to rope mechanics seems interesting enough, but I'll probably just play it a bit more off-screen. I'm out of time to record. I'm just going to leave the video here for now. I wasn't planning on having this video be a one-part full playthrough anyway. I just wanted to show, like, the main puzzles and also the point when the game starts shifting gears, because the game definitely takes a more darker tone later on, figuratively and literally, but I'm really not in the mood to finish the game right now, so so I'll just leave it at that. That's pretty much all I have to say about Q.U.B.E. It's still a neat little puzzle game, but I feel like there is a lot of wasted potential here. A lot of wasted potential that eventually ended up being used for the sequel, which I will admit, the sequel is way better than this, and I definitely want to do a video on it soon. The sequel is an improvement on the original in a lot of ways. Maybe not story-wise, but definitely gameplay-wise. So I want to show you guys that at some point as well, but since I had been meaning to do a video on the first Q.U.B.E. game for such a long time, I wanted to try and get this out of the way first. So now you know where Q.U.B.E. originated. We can finally go on to Q.U.B.E. 2, you know, the good Q.U.B.E. game. I don't know when that video is going to arrive, but I'm gonna try and make sure that it does arrive this year and not 5 years from now, because that's pretty much the mistake I made with this video. The game is certainly getting interesting now though, so I think I will see it through to the very end, but just not in a video. I'll just play the remainder of it off screen and see how it all ends, and then maybe I'll dive into the director's cut just so I can get additional context for what's happening. So yeah, that's about it for now. If you guys want to purchase this game, links in the description if you want to purchase it on either console, PC. Most of the links I provided below are links to the director's cut of the game, because I don't think the original game was ported to other platforms. So yeah, that's it. I have nothing more to say. Thank you guys for watching as always. I'll see you in the next video I make. Later!